Good morning. Thanks again for the kind invitation. I will talk a little bit more about these drug-coated balloon technologies. And well, we all know that DCBs are preferred over POBA because they offer a pharmacological advantage that directly addresses the main issue of the POBA, which is restenosis, and offers better clinical outcomes for the patients, and this is supported for many trials. DCB also aligns with the leave nothing behind strategy, and this is one of the reasons why this technology, since its introduction to the market, had become a very popular treatment. However, everything changed in 2018 when Katsanos published his famous paper raising concerns about an increased risk of mortality with the use of these paclitaxel-coated devices. So FDA responded to this paper with warning issues about the use of paclitaxel, and this generated a problem between doctors and, of course, between patients. And this shifted the perception of paclitaxel devices from hero to villain. So this is the timeline for paclitaxel-coated devices. At the end of 2018, as I have already mentioned, Katsanos published his paper, and in 2019, the FDA published 3 different letters in January, March, and August, warning issues about the use of paclitaxel and calling for further investigations. So they decided to call for a panel of experts and industry, which will focus in randomized controlled trials with approved FDA devices, comparing drug-coated devices with non-coated devices for the treatment of the superficial femoral artery. And finally, last year, in 2023, a new meta-analysis was published in The Lancet. This meta-analysis, as you can see, included more than 2,600 patients, and no association was found between paclitaxel-coated devices and mortality, and not even with related adverse events. So this was the most complete follow-up data paclitaxel-coated devices, follow-up almost 5 years. No consistent lack of paclitaxel mortality signal, and no dose effect. So at the end, last year in July, FDA removed the red flag for these devices, and so healthcare professionals, we could again use these devices again without fear of additional risk for our patients. But in the meanwhile, the world didn't stop, and sirolimus emerged as a new hope, as Mariano has told us. So we already knew that these limus agents have been shown to be more effective in coronary artery stenting, and also that limus work well in short stents, scaffolds in the BTK segment. We knew this for some trials. And so sirolimus rise the occasion, shining brightly as a new hero in this time of uncertainty and despair. Moreover, we knew that paclitaxel devices have failed in the BTK segment, not only a drug-coated balloon, but also drug-eluting stents. And we had also some concerns about distal embolization with these paclitaxel devices, which could be related as a possible mechanism of increased major amputation. The percentage of drug loss during the procedure was also higher when using paclitaxel-coated devices when compared with sirolimus-coated devices. And this also was related to the slow flow phenomenon with paclitaxel devices, which was not seen with sirolimus-coated devices, not even in the distal segment of the BTK vessels or even in the BTA segment. So maybe the switch to limus would be a logical story. As Mariano has mentioned, it's a cytostatic drug with a wide therapeutic range, so maybe could be better. We don't know. And the problem is that technological challenges prevented limus to be the drug of choice for drug-coated balloons because it was a less lipophilic drug and it was a complicated drug encapsulation. But new devices are trying to address the challenges, putting together technology, technique, and evidence. And we have this new generation sirolimus drug-eluting balloons, the solution balloon, which offers a prolonged drug release, and the magic touch balloon, which offers a rapid drug release. So the same drug, but two different types of devices. We also have to take into account, as Mariano has mentioned now in the discussion, that we need to have a proper technique, a proper vessel prep, because a proper technique is important, is essential for DCBs to perform at their full potential. And maybe we had this issue with these devices in the BTK segment in the past. Well, these are the clinical trial program for solution drug-coated balloons. As you see, enrolling over 1,900 patients, different trials. Some of them are including BTK lesions. And here you can see in red completed trials right now by the moment. And in yellow, ongoing trials. As you can see, we have ongoing trials, randomized control trials, some of them, and also single-arm trials, physician-initiated trials. And this is the Magic Touch clinical trial programs, also ongoing with 2,400 patients. In red, completed trials, as you see, single-arm registry, but we have one randomized control trial with more than 468 patients, which is the Sirona trials. And these are the ongoing trials right now, most of them randomized control trials. And what about the results? Well, here we can see the completed trials nowadays. In blue, solution trials, in gray, Magic Touch trial, with promising clinical results and no long-term safety concerns. So the question is it good enough for now and safe enough to try? Well, of course, we need more data, but maybe we can say that it is. So what's next in the future? Maybe, we really don't know because we need more data. Sirolimus is likely to become the standard in PAD care, or maybe yes in the BTK segment. We have exciting advancements in drug-eluting technology, and we are looking for more durable and safer solutions on the horizons. And as take-home messages, nowadays we can say that paclitaxel-coated devices are safe and effective in the SFA segment. We know that limus are the drug of choice for coronary stents and BTK stents. However, coronary arteries are quite different from peripheral arteries, so we need more data. And this data is now actively being studied for these new DCBs. And maybe in the next 5–10 years, we'll have a new era in peripheral artery drug delivery technology. And sirolimus represent a promising alternative with several randomized control trials on the way, but we should take into account that nowadays the most robust evidence is for paclitaxel in the SFA segment. Thank you very much for your attention.